the grandstand. How's your bum? Is it hot? I bet it is. How good is it, though? We are here, and it is going to be a full-on day, isn't it, Wade? You, Mark, and I had an absolute ball on the microphone yesterday, and it was some of the racing in those pro categories was just sensational. There was no anybody who paid any amount of money to come here yesterday. If they went home and said they were disappointed, I don't know.
You always get a little bit nervous when it's such.
Hope you get a
when
we've
we've got the big boys and girls in town with the pro alcohol and the pro
I
categories.
like that name.
Nitro Funny Cars, but they absolutely nailed it yesterday. To see some of the numbers we ran, like this corresponding event last year, we didn't see a 3-second pass in Nitro Funny Car.
Yeah.
Last night in the third session, we saw the 398 from Josh Lay. So
at 315, was it 315?
Yeah, it was over 300.
Yeah,
If those tires in the back would be perfect.
Like, where is it? 500 something like kilometres an hour. So for all the people who are driving a Hyundai or whatever car, I don't know.
Like a little car.
Drag car. Everyone here, as you said, Terry, fantastic to have everyone joining us and overtaking around as well. But there was people over on the hill in the venue setting up at 9:30 this morning, Terry. They were a eager bunch.
They didn't
sit over there and wait in this heat.
They didn't know the dust devil was coming. They would have. They would have bolted the mark.
No, I would say to my kid.
Because it was like it's cutting a swathe, like a moving through the grassy area. But here we go, Paige, King, Cody Robertson. Let's see if the predictions are correct. We might get a 4-5 out of Cody and maybe an 8-8 out of Paige. That'll be an indication if it is on how the heat go, unless Paige has got control of it. There you go, an 8.85 at 73, and Cody at 12.04. Actually, Cody's done well. Cody's got a grip of that very well, gone quickest that they have all over the last 2 days. Someone's got to break the...
They probably have one of the quickest reaction times of all people. His kids got like that. The ADHD.
816, 826, 828 from Kenner. 12-2, 12-2, 12-2.
When I was a kid, I used to play that arcade game that spins in the circle of the light. And
very consistent.
The green.
The C juniors aren't having as much difficulty as the quicker ones. I guess we're going to find out, because Ryder will be a good example after just watching the previous C go down.
Yeah, see what Kenny can do as well, and on that consistency of the 816 and the 826, somewhere around the middle. They're doing a burn down in qualifying, Terry.
Yeah, they need to calm that. They need to calm themselves a little bit here. It's like, come on, you've had enough time.
Very polite juniors. You go, no, you go. Both in full stage, top of the tree. 0.27 Mike McKenna, nice work. The 0.85 for Ryder Marsden. So the A junior, of course, the quicker of the two will get to the finish line first. And he goes an 8.27 with a 3 at 76 miles per hour. So bang on between the 8.26 and the 8.28 from early qualifying. Ryder Marsden at a 12.11 with a 2 at 53 miles an hour. Picks up about a tenth of a second, which is consistent with what those C juniors are.
Lucia.
And Kenna was super good, not super bad with the light.
Well said.
Well done. So Lucia Pirano and Nevaeh McDougall. The Oz Wheels.
Man, that one's like pin it up. We got all the accessories.
We've got
the side band, windshield.
Very active on social media, which is awesome, because I tell you what, if you're promoting
aerodynamics,
just get out there and you've got
difference.
Want to get yourself some good sponsors, get yourself out there.
Oh, and a wig.
Get yourself in good stead.
The difference money versus the right guy.
Just to say, that is how my sponsors are rewarded with a 0.02. Take that. Lucia, a 0.67. 8.63 at 74 for Lucia, but an 8.05 with a 0.002 for Nevaeh. That is how it's done, Wade.
Drivers ready to rock and roll.
Oh,
cars
brand new motor.
So watch out for Nevaeh in this big field.
Like a champ.
Junior dragster coming our first round of racing later on.
Cody Sedmak and Mia Grace Hopkins, the Bad Hip Racing A Junior from all the way from beautiful Loganholme and down from that way as well from Tanamera. Cody Sedmak and the JDS Racing A Junior as well.
And instead of travelling out the Willowbank, they could have settled this on Bryant's Road. They were that close to each other.
On Bryant's Road. That Logan, just outside. What's the pub?
Yeah.
What's
Fitzy's.
Fitzy's. Hang on, we got Hopkins and Sedmak down Bryant's Road outside, sponsored by Fitzy's at Loganholme.
Probably a little bit early on a Sunday to get the crowd revved up over there, but give it a couple of hours. following UFC this afternoon,
I
the much-awaited grudge match of Hopkins versus Zed.
Yeah, exactly. And I guarantee if it was at 11 o'clock on a Saturday night, there would be a crowd outside Fences watching it. They'd all be there.
Piss me off.
Nice work.
Boom, boom, ding. Ooh.
Slow launch there for the race, but a 0.24 from Cody. That's a good light.
Snap.
Let's see how close Cody goes to those.
I think the other kids just give up.
Oh, that is good.
When they see that car just zoom past them, like,
81.
I don't care anymore.
10.58 at 63 for Mia Grace.
As you said, it was
I'm taking it easy.
down off the line, didn't it?
Yeah,
so it heard her reaction time and heard her ET.
They should give the kids like a little shot of NOS.
Pairing coming forward, Lexi Lancaster and
A little
Mia
shot,
Ward.
like,
So Mia,
give it a little boost somewhere on the track, so then like
Boomba.
even towards the end, the beginning, they figure it out.
Both down there, very similar area. So New Beef and
The cool one.
The Boom. There's a lot of people I know who live down that way. It's just the Boom. We are down.
I feel like I'm in LA.
We love the Boom.
All these paint jobs.
A nice part of the country.
Are these all women? Girls, I guess. You could say. Probably like 15. That, I don't even know. They're probably younger than that. They look pretty small.
Yeah, I don't think so. I don't get corrected on that. But Lancaster and Ward.
We're just testing to see if people are listening.
Especially because they only go like 80 tops.
They're all at home watching it with the sound off. I know that. So,
Yeah, the kids just give up, I think.
0.53 and a 0.80 quicker of the two for Mia Ward. And Mia finished off at 12.09 at 52 miles an hour for Lexi and 8.04 at 79 miles per hour.
I think that's what needs to happen if taking the numbers down and saying how many.
It's a reaction time like crazy.
They actually need to have a poll. So how many are actually watching and not listening? They'll say, yeah, no, we don't need to hear.
How many have got it on mute?
Yeah. So Carl Schultz.
Ninja?
Ninja Callies Gravel in the MB Automatic.
Ninja.
And modified to the staging lanes, please. Junior drag bike, modified and modified bike to the staging lanes, please.
Looks good. Whereas Carl, he's been racing this car for quite a few years now in that AA Junior. Is our track champion. We don't get
Ninja.
number one for any reason except that you're extremely good at your trade.
Next weekend he'll be in the hot seat up here. Terry calling the Street Series, so he dabbles in a bit of commentary.
He thinks he's good at it too, but that's okay. We'll let him. 0.82 for Carl and a 0.39 for Charlie's.
Make one.
So he's cut the light. Charlie's got him on the tree, but a 7.85 at 83 for Gravel and a 7.78 at 83 for Schultz. Little juniors on the big screen. You can see them head down. They exit
Look at the wing. Look at the little cute little wing.
For the juniors. Got a nice little lollipop person down there telling him to go.
Oh, shit. This car is low.
So Ryden King and Dale Samuelson is in a Caprice race. That is impressive. That's what's come up on our screen.
Will be Zane Candello.
I'm not
down there.
I want to got to get a
Make King Transport.
That's an unfair advantage.
Double duties.
So yeah, we have actually got Dale Samuelson.
I hope that was approved by the real
Motorsport Caprice.
I hope that was approved by the Real Street Committee to give him some extra laps.
So it's all about the advertising.
So Zane Candello, one of those races that wasn't here yesterday,
shaking the car
at another venue, has made the trek here today.
I think so. He's trying to. He's trying to
qualify. Will make the field.
I wonder if Zane slept on the way. Whether he had a nice easy 0.30 for Zane. 2.43 for Ryden.
I think the other kids give up.
But Zane, we know what he's like. We call him at the Winters. He is a good racer.
Isn't that cool? I'll still have fun for it. That's not like not fun.
To a meeting with only just one qualifier.
Your kid going 80 miles an hour.
I'll be still looking at Condello going, mate, he's in with a very good chance because we know how good he is.
Yeah, well, he also won this
adjustable spoiler.
So, I mean, you sort of want to defend that ground, don't you, 12 months later?
And when there's one Condello, there's always another. So here's Savannah in the Condello Family Racing A Junior.
Got lights.
Tamika Carslake, of course, in the Scully Refrigeration B Junior. So we know that with the Condellos. We'll have to find out. Maybe they can get us a little bit of a sneaky text and tell us, did the kids sleep all the way up? You know, or did they just, were they up nervous, not nervous, but excited for going for going to racing 2 tracks in one weekend.
On the red cordials.
Yes. Nobody gives.
You should make a chalk block for the front of it.
It's just too dangerous.
And something to lift up the back just a little bit so they can a little fun burnout out here.
Down the track there with
She's a burnout.
Jamaica and Savannah. You can see the big crowd building already on the right-hand side of the cars. Oh no! The Go Park Yourself has actually had to go park itself up on the right-hand side, so hopefully whatever it was something minor, but Savannah's gone 0.93 and run an 8.099 at 80 mile an hour. So sadly, Tamika, the car just left and then just went flat, didn't it? So hopefully it's nothing, because she's 901,
whatever
903,
snapped.
909. So Tamika has been very consistent. Is there something?
Not sure if
something
Mom and Dad got it.
it's just the chain or.
Oh, maybe it might be just as simple as that.
Yep.
Let's hope so, because look, when you look
How
at
young
Tamika's
parents
previous
look?
3
They probably
qualifiers,
13,
as I
12.
said, 901, 903, 909. She's got some super consistency. So
Yeah, 100%. And you can, and I mean, given the consistency across those 3 passes, you'd be relying on the information that you got yesterday. Obviously, not how you want to go into the first round of racing, but hey, luckily it's happened in this final qualifier instead of the first round of racing.
And you're right, Wade. Like if there would have been just the 3 qualifiers, you would have been going in, and that theoretically would have been round 1 of racing.
100%.
So it's a little blessing in disguise in some ways. So Jet Pirano, Jacob Schultz, the SCG Racing Parts car of Schultz, and the Bex Hairlange car, of course, of Jet Pirano.
The chicken.
Jacob 12.
They gotta be farmers, so it's on. You know. I hear him saying that in my head.
Bringing him in, as I said, final qualifier for these junior dragsters. They go into racing proper. Probably around 3 o'clock for the juniors. That'll sort them out. Pirano goes red, but a 0.24 for Jacob. That's a good light. Jet will go through for an 8.13 at 78 in the AA, and an 8.009 with an 80 mile an hour top end for Jacob Schultz. He's run a 8.005 and an 8.009 for Jacob, so he's got some good credit there. So Kyle Day and Nixon King. We even looked at what the temperature is out there. Or do we even want to?
Oh, that's why I want to send Mark down to the start line with an egg. Yeah, what it is.
That's the most strangest request, isn't it? I just want to send Mark down to the start line with an egg. Righto, Wade. Let's do that.
Righto, Wade.
Send me down with an egg and hope in his heart. So
Anyway, Kyle Day, Nixon King, about to complete their final qualifier for 47 for round 1 of racing a little bit later on.
Mama.
40 line.
See Mama on the sidelines.
202 for Nixon. They probably would have liked to have been a little bit sharper.
About to run with them.
Qualifier,
Run
but,
on the track.
Get the rust out of the way nice and early in the day. A 7.76 at 83 miles an hour for Kyle.
Miss
Nixon,
Mama.
an 8.04 at 80 miles per hour.
See, look at this setup. Got AC in there probably.
So Bailey Hawk, another one of our new races to
Chilling.
arrive. And Nixon Canuli in the A-Civil Atlas battery car. 775, 775 with a 4 and a 9 for Nixon.
9.
So consistency is good for Nixon. Now we've got.
Australia's one of
is
those
it a new
countries I always
player
wanted
the
to
game?
live in.
Just when you think
It seemed like
you've
they
got
had
the
like
field
a good
sus,
time.
you think, no, why is there new players in the game?
Welcome to the game, competitor 35.
Yeah, that's yes.
35 will have qualified after this run.
I love it how you can. I love the fact that you can rock in like a rock star. Like I only need one. I only need one qualifier. I love that. 144 for Canuli, 0.89 for Hawk.
Go, 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 go. Oh, it's gonna be a good one.
will put the double A through for a
Top
775,
speed thing.
and Bailey in the A Junior, an 811 at 80 mile an hour for their first qualifier.
I love it too, Terry. It just shows the passion that
Yeah, it sucks because they're limited at 80, so they can't really
juniors to some
do
of our other
much.
categories later on, which we'll keep you guys updated on a few more competitors that are doing what some of these juniors have. But, you know, a lot of us played junior sport when we were young, but I don't think there's too many of us that would have competed in 2 different states on the same weekend.
Exactly, yeah.
And travelled, 8 to 12 hours from one venue to another.
Well, to be honest, they're here for the racing, not here for the commentary, are they?
Yeah.
So Chase Carslake, the Go Park Yourself, the second car from the Go Park Yourself crew. Amelia Wright in the Fuel Motorsport A Junior, and we do love the new wrap on Amelia's car. It does look pretty sweet.
Interesting wrap for a good car.
Side. It looks good. Let's hope it brings her some good luck this weekend.
I like it a lot.
Chase might have something to say about that. Oh, they both got our right too, though. A 0.58 for Wright, a 0.56 for Carslake. So both A Juniors going through the end of the track there on side by side. And Amelia will run an 8.21 at 79, and Chase an 8.46 at 72 mile an hour.
0.2 of a second.
Nice work. So a couple more pairings to come in our final qualifier for Junior Dragster. It'll be Siobhan Harvey and Heidi Allgood. So Heidi Allgood on the screen at the moment. Courtesy of Mum and Dad as the sponsor. So big shout out to Mum and Dad for Heidi, allowing her to come racing. Siobhan Harvey. It's the Stealthy Black Junior, but it is sponsored by Yuasa Batteries, making the trek over from New Zealand. Although they do a lot of racing over here at Willowbank Raceway.
Cool number 2 there for Siobhan, having the 888 on the top of the visor. It looks cool, doesn't it? It's just understatement, just black, 888, double AJD. I'm here for business. So and she most certainly is, because a 0.53 for Harvey and a 1.29 for Heidi. And Siobhan goes through for a 7.82 at 83 mile an hour, and Heidi a 8.09 at 79.
2.2 seconds.
Previous 8.06, 8.08, 8.03. So all those races, like Siobhan was a little bit off her previous qualifiers, but that's okay. But Heidi was pretty well on the money. I need someone to dissect all these fourth qualifiers compared to the 3 qualifiers yesterday. I'm sure somebody from the Junior Dragster pits will have a spreadsheet with it all laid out, going, no, hang on, have a look at here. So Carlos Harvey, the final Junior Dragster qualifier till we go into racing at about 3 o'clock or so. So Carlos in the Yuasa battery car, as opposed to Siobhan's with the whole black livery, the white car of Carlos's. 8022, 8068. And you think that Carlos, if he can get another 8 with a 0, maybe a 5 or a 7, he'll be happy. I'm a little bit off at 810 at 80 mile an hour. Top end's there, but the 810, yeah. We know that the heat is giving him grief, though, Wade.
Yeah, 100%. So, I mean, with our juniors, they're all going to get off the line. That shouldn't be too much of an issue. But as we get through to our quicker categories, as we move into Super Sedan for their final category, as we head into sort of modified and the bikes, top sportsmen, supercharged outlaws, those
there we go. Now
more challenging for those quicker cars. The window
now we're getting to it.
How that car wants to operate is going to definitely minimise.
What we all been waiting for.
I guess in some ways too, Wade, we kind of look at the fact that when you look at the more modern cars, like in Real Street, whether there's the differentiation between these guys and the older style cars, which have more a simple mechanical system like these guys here, with Barry Moore and Chevy Taylor. So the 1962 bubble top up against the Cortina with of course the twin carbs sticking out the bonnet. Run a 999, a 1019, a 102 for Barry.
Well, I like about Australia too.
Chevy Taylor, Carl was always super consistent. 1025, 1031, 1034, and we know because he's had some very good successes here at this track. We love it when we get to see this car, which is really, it's just a whole lot of car, isn't it? Let's see what Carl can run, and Barry this time round. Barry would be hoping to dip that into the 9s again, just to keep it consistent.
Hold on.
And I'm sure car will just want another low 10.
We'll see if we can do it in these conditions as Barry again picks the wheels up nicely, but the Hoosiers propelling Chevy Taylor's bubble top down the track at 0.24. Light finishes off a 10.48, so it was the slowest of the 4 passes for Chevy, and for Barry, blinking you'll miss the time there.
Yeah, 10.0 it was.
Yeah,
that was quick.
Quite get in the nines.
They didn't give us much of a chance. So Jaden Plant and Gavin List. So Gavin 9.2, 9.2, 9.4. Jaden 9.7, 9.8, 9.8.
The temperature in Australia right now. Is it really that hot?
And their consistency go. The EFI Logic Dakota of Jaden. Of course, the Gavin List concreting car of Gavin List. Got out nicely to Jaden. I'll tell you what he is. He got the tree sorted.
Always got to be
0.13. Yeah, that was tidy. Yeah, runs it through for a 9.88. That's a good time. A 138 mile an hour.
138, 145.
Both of those cars very consistent. That whatever they've done to get a hold of it, Wade, the others maybe should look at that, because those two lads, Gavin and Jaden, have got their ship together.
Yeah, quality field here in Super Sedan, as we always know, and today looking no different when we get into racing. A little bit later on, two of those competitors looking to take home a Christmas tree at the end of the night. Wayne Hyatt, the Toyota for Boss Hoses, just from around the corner at Ripley.
Damn.
Again,
it's summertime. It's 96 right now.
BL Race Engines on board for the Tirana.
The next hour or two is going to be the hottest of the day.
Sneaky wheels up there from Phil with a 002 red. A nice 011 clean green for
jumping
Wayne.
it, man.
Wayne will put the Celica through for a 942 at 141, and Phil will go through for a 998 at 132. And that's about right. 998, 996, 992.
Boy, that's crazy.
5 for Phil. Well done. Dean Zammit, Damien Morris, the Slade Point Mechanical HJU.
Right now it's
Dean,
96 degrees. It
the
feels
Morris
like
Solutions
103 degrees.
Of Damien Morris. And he's, look, back in the middle of the field. Why isn't Damien
like
at
1
the
o'clock
front?
right now.
Got a message from Damien telling me he's got donut-scented fuel this weekend. Now, I don't know if that's a thing or he's just pulling my leg, but...
Ooh, clean race.
Gee, it makes me hungry.
I'm going to let you in on a little secret too.
Who's going to get it?
So, look, Damo a 0.33, Dean a 0.28, 10.03 for Dean, 10.11 for Damien. I do believe Damien's actually got...
who's this cameraman?
He's got a corporate box, like he said.
Can't really see the freaking time.
Over there before, so he's probably late because he's staying as long as he can in the air conditioning. So I'm thinking there's a scam there. So, but anyway, so Luke Doty and Robert Cardham. The Victorian with the Cardham Racing Ford never disappoints when this car pulls up to the start line. And Luke Doty in this very tough
nice.
Civil Camaro. 898, 9090 for Luke. 98,
that shit looks fast.
9999 for Cardham.
He is cooking in that car, though.
Ford just
feels like 103 degrees, sunny right now.
Besides the
all black car.
The
He's
swayback
feeling
scoop on
that
the bonnet.
heat.
Really,
Boy, he's seeing that shit. He's been in there for a minute, probably.
Street ability.
Yeah, 100%. So, a bit of a test of the tree.
He jumped it.
006 red.
He's still going to beat him.
178 for Luke Doherty in the Camaro. See how close he goes at 9.27, so about 2 tenths slower than where we've seen Luke previously in qualifying for Rob. He goes at 10.05. So again, he's about 2 tenths off his quickest time as well.
We'll put it down to the heat. We know it's not the races. We'll just put it down to the heat. So Hamish Strachan in the complete property and home Commodore, and a Rudy Wyatt, of course, in the Pine Mountain Performance Holden Commodore. 917, 924, 927, 987, 995, 1060 for Strachan. So these guys have got a little bit to work around, and this will probably be a good tester for their final qualifier in qualifier number 4 in Super Sedan. So the left-hand drive Commodore of Rudy Wyatt gets out quick with a 0.27, a 112 for Strachan, 9.24 for Rudy, and a 9.97 for Hamish.
Yeah, he's cooking, see?
Ace Edwards and Alan Hutchin, the Brule Cranes and Rigging Escort, up against the Nets Hydraulics Pontiac of Ace Edwards. So when you look at the Pontiac of Ace Edwards, 10-1-4, 10-1-9, 10-2-1. But have a look at Allen, 9-5-1, 9-5-5, 9-5-7.
Yeah, and I love seeing the Escort on track, doesn't it? Always looks good down there. Always looks exciting too when it makes a run. So I'm sure we'll see again here from Allen.
And these cars would have come out with I think from a memory, around a 1300 or a 1600, depending on what model it was. Most certainly didn't go as hard as what Allen's does
the right
now.
side
Have a
keep
look at
jumping.
198 for Allen. Red light there for Ace, but that's okay. Allen will punch the thing through. But 961 at 135 and Ace at 1027 at 133. Once again, both off their previous qualifiers.
Yep.
But I'll tell you what, that was good. That Escort is never disappointing to watch. The balance. So here we go. Mark Harding, Rob Price. One of the other Pine Mountain Performance cars. So Pricey and the Setnage Lighting and Electrical Capri. Now this thing of Mark Harding's 8.8, 8.8, 8.9. This thing's a whole bit of fun. This thing got out pretty loose the other day. Gets out nice and hard. This Capri.
Whoa!
It just does. That skid that spins the wheel, picks the front wheel up, gets out hard. Cut a red light, but that's okay. Let's see how close he goes to that 880. I'll tell you what, how close he'll go. He'll go on it, an 889 at 152, and Pricey will go 964 at 141.
How good is that? That's excitement plus, isn't it?
Oh, that Capri is just a top. It's just exciting to watch. So the battle of the Tiranas, Adam White and Brendan Shaw, the Downs Automotive Tirana of Shaw, and of course
Attention in the
JR
pits.
Stephen and Co.
Top
Tirana of
sportsman
Adam
to
White.
the lanes, please. Top sportsman to the lanes.
So we know that Adam fairly new to that combination of that Tirana over there. Car's had some good successes.
Damn.
Gets out with a 0.98 does Adam, a 0.41 does Brendan. The Rocket Lane out in front, but an 8.87 at 151. That is on the money compared
About
to
100 degrees out
previous.
there, so that, those tires are staggered. That ground
At
is
141 for Brendan.
hot.
Both of those races have got it sorted.
Yeah, that's nice. They're here to play. They're here to. They're here with an opportunity to get those championship points in the national title race.
So that means we should be moving into a little bit of two-wheel junior action. So we've got the four competitors in junior drag bike, and as you can see them strutting up to the water box now. So we talk about it, how good it would be. As I said, if you've got your kids here and they do like the two-wheel action, always a good idea just to go and have a chat to a couple of the junior drag bike riders and have a look and see how they feel about doing it and whether it's something that maybe your child would want to do.
Well, I think we mentioned yesterday, Terry, as well, that from a cost perspective and a cost aspect, that to be more transparent, it's just a cheaper option.
Most certainly is, and as you said, look, theoretically you get away with it for about $4,000, and you know what I mean.
What are you talking about with us?
Licensing and all that sort of stuff, but it's proper competition. And junior drag bike, when you come to the Winter Nationals, you have quite a good field as it's growing and growing and growing, and it's a good sport, and it gives you a good step up to the next category, which would obviously either be street bike and then modified bike.
Oh, shit.
So Lawrence Rochella and Nevaeh McDougall.
Junior drag bike? These are kids?
And Nevaeh doing dual duties.
Yeah, so fresh off the junior doing a 002 light. See what you
like
can
junior
do on the
bikes.
bike.
Well, no, she'll pull a wheel stand because she does like to launch the thing pretty hard.
Bit of a flex, isn't
Drag
it?
bike racing?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Well, not this time. Just to
God,
try to get the power down. Both of them red lit though, Lawrence and Nevaeh. But it doesn't matter. Let's have a look. 9219691.
Bike, then I ain't going
there
that
you go.
fast.
Look, a 919 is spot on.
Yeah,
And
definitely
for
a
Lawrence,
bike.
a 974. Still in the zone. So well done to those
250
two.
cc? That's probably what it was. It's 250
And I'm going to tell
probably.
you, you're not short. I most certainly am. And when you look at Vans and Marcus, I mean, they would tower over me, these two riders, and they're probably only 15.
Yeah,
So,
but let me
Bex
listen to the
Lounge,
motor.
of course, JD for Vans, the 1320 Motorsport Yamaha of Marcus.
pits. Attention in the pits. Top sportsman, performance bike, and super comp to the staging lanes, please.
Gets out of right,
Top
those vans,
sportsman,
056 and
performance bike,
154 for
super comp to the
Marcus.
lanes, please.
Just see them shifting that, shifting up through those
Yeah,
gears.
single banker.
Making them work very hard.
Single
So
cylinder.
917 for Vans at 72 and an 889 at 75 miles an hour for Marcus McDonald. And that should be our 4 junior drag bikes.
Wow, your 250cc.
And that means we'll be moving into modified. So good field of modified.
Yeah, we got 11 in the field here at the moment, Terry.
Had a 900 Duke.
You to add?
We might have some newbies from
I'd
interstate.
love to put this on the drag.
Well, they're a newbie. They're a newbie because they've only just logged in.
Quick
Like you
speed.
said, there's a new player in the game. It's like
it would have been
who's that?
crazy
Well,
on the track.
But most of these races are coming from interstate. They come highly regarded. I can tell you that now. Nobody travels 10 hours to come here and just make up the field. They are here to win, and they want to take home something tonight. So when you do the trophy presentation, Wade, hopefully you'll be giving them something, mate, or you or Mark, anyway.
Or yourself. We'll see what happens. But anyway, Brett Farnell comes forward. The front engine dragster in modified. And here is an interesting matchup as far as vehicles go modified. Shows you what modified's all about. The front engine dragster up against the, what's regarded as the hot rod in the 37 Chev for Anthony Rochella. Panini Brothers on the side of the car.
And Brett Farnell with the little Team Bray Racing dragster. Got the zoomies. Car looks cool. Got the old school air cleaner on top of that V8. Just really looks good, doesn't it? All silver. Didn't have it used to be blue, was it from memory when it was blue? But I really love that silver. It and Brett's look, when you see Brett sitting in that cockpit there, he's pretty tall. So you think about how far he's probably touching the bell housing pretty well of that V8 there. And that's old school front engine dragster driving. It's like, you know, if you're watching all the action in front of you, it's all happening.
It's unique, isn't it? But it's a good opportunity there from the rear shot to see the roll cage around Brett, the safety gear.
Got spindle wheels on the front too, so that's good. Got spokes. Let's see how we go. Final qualifier for modified. Got out. Look at that. How do you get out? 002 Farnell and a 015 for Rochella. Nice work. 845 at 154 and an 820 at 165 for Rochella.
165. Oh, wow.
845. I'll tell you what, Farnell's just gone.
35 more miles. You got that.
I don't care about the heat. I'm going all right.
Ash Carslake and Daniel Carranza now coming forward. So in two different
You're going to
varieties.
see a 200 today? 200 mile?
The rear engine dragster up against the altered.
So the third of the Go Park Yourself team. Got the two juniors. And we've got, of course, Dad and Walker's Turf Supplies altered.
So crazy that
As I said,
you can watch this live basically on the
Ashley,
other side of the world right now.
Fairly new to that combination in that altered. Been learning the trade very quickly in this car and doing exceptionally well.
Pinot guys and Willowbank,
He's been racing this car for quite some time.
Australia.
And coming out of the junior field, of course, with the Penrite Oil Dragster. 615 cubes on board, 716, 717, and a 75. When it was, there was a little bit of an issue, but hopefully it's all sorted.
Oh, God.
22 light green there for Dan. He's been cutting lights for fun this weekend.
Right, bro, what was that
So
cut?
again, another sharp light. Red light for Ash Carslake. We'll register a time there. Goes an 818 with a 6.
87.
And for Dan,
Whoa. 187.
they did, didn't they?
That was
You
light
might see a
fast.
200.
So Adriana Cartledge and Liesl Gowes in the SCG Racing Parts Dragster. The Pro Street Towing Dragster of Adriana Cartledge. And another one of our competitors who's just arrived today. Is that correct? For Adriana?
Yeah, 100%. Well, she won the Winter Nationals here back in June. She finished third in the championship points last season, so doesn't want to miss an
It's
opportunity.
modified, so
to do a
it's
track where she's had
probably
success.
unlimited class, which is going to
And
be
also, of
200s.
course, in a championship perspective, again, mate, we're obviously putting their intentions early that they're chasing the championship once again.
So did the cartilages go from, obviously from Whittlesea to Sydney, then from Sydney to Willowbank?
Willowbank, yep.
How impressive is that? That's a lot of takeaways on the way through. You'd need a big bag of snakes,
Surely,
wouldn't you?
Well, you stop at Sydney for the toilet stop, don't you?
I hope no one from Sydney's listening. That sounded like you were having a bit of a throw.
No, there wasn't any dig there. That was just reality, I guess.
So here we go. Liesl Gowes, Adriana Cartledge. This is a good pairing because this you might see later on in one of the rounds. 003 red for Adriana, a 086 clean for Gowes. Adriana goes through for a first qualifier, 7.26 at 186, and Liesl an 872 at 151. So a little bit off her previous runs, but that's okay because she's got the qualifiers in hand.
Good to see older brother Stefan's on time today. Was able to see Liesl's first run for the day.
That's always good when your brother actually makes an effort, isn't it?
That was a dig.
Yeah, I know. I gathered that. It's nice to see he made an effort. So here we go. The one of our statesmen of our track, Phil Bellett, in the TBRE Performance Dragster. Daniel List in the Listies Fabrication and Maintenance Dragster, of course. Dan, 76, 7.6, 7.65, 7.65. Consistency for Listy is pretty impressive. But Phil Bellett, 778, 780, 787. He's in the game. Final qualifier. 4 qualifiers. What a luxury. Oh, look at that. Phil gets out with a 0-1-2. Dan a 0-1-6. Side by side as they go through. A 768 for Dan and a 790 for Phil. 174 mile an hour there out of that rear engine dragster of Daniel List. Talked about pairings. There's another couple of pairings that the Roadster and the Altered. So Braden Hughes, all the way down from Gordonvale in Cairns. Cairns Air Solutions on board for the sponsor. Kerry Muller from the Magic Mile Maruka.
My boy's hiding in there.
Buy a car, that's where you go.
Yeah, I don't know if you're going to be able to pick up one of these Roadsters that Kerry's behind the wheel of on the Magic Mile.
This might be the 200 right here.
What might be lying in a shed.
True.
But always fantastic to see. It's the fabrication on the rear wing.
Yeah, we talk about that. That's my most favourite, out of all the categories and races today, this whole weekend. Kerry's wing on that thing is always my favourite thing. It just looks so aggressive and tough.
See the length of the wheelie bars too. It's really the length of the vehicle itself.
And those pipes coming out of it, it looks the goods. It's a cool looking car. Just, you know what? How do you make it pop? We'll put a blue roll cage on it.
Yeah.
That's what you do. So Braden just about, he's in. Braden gets out with a 129. Kerry with a 026.
Come on. Come on. Can we get 2? Can we get a 2?
Get through for a 780 with a 1 for Braden Hughes. And Kerry an 823 at 161 in the Roadster with a nice clean 026 light. So, but Braden puts him into 4th position in qualifying. John Sting, gets the, what do you call it? The bonus, the privilege of having a solo run. So Stingy 784, a 785 and a 787. Previously in the previous 3 qualifiers in the Boulogne Field Services Dragster. 565 cubic inches of V8 sitting behind John there.
John's another one of those races. Terry got a little bit of consistency from the rear engine dragster. A 784, 785 and a 787. He's got a 783 on the dialing board, which would make it his quickest pass for the weekend.
So you reckon they might
long hair.
Aiming for that? And then
whether in these conditions it'll run this, but hey, we'll see what happens. We'll find out in about 10 seconds.
And we don't know what the prep is. Maybe there is something that says, we're gonna aim for that. Then maybe you can back it out a little bit when you go for your dial in, knowing you've got a little bit of fat there.
Yeah, 100%.
Oh, look at that. 009 for John. Calm it down. How good is that? 795. So it's a little bit off that what they were expecting, but I'll tell you what, you know one thing, got the tree right, without a doubt. That's all that experience. when you look at
Oh,
the
it's
vision,
probably so hot over there.
you're all watching
I
from
know
home
that
or
feeling.
up on our big screen.
It's 100 degrees right now
It's just
over there.
perfectly straight, that car of John's, isn't it? That
Looks
is,
at the weather.
that
It's
is some
crazy.
great vision down that deep end from
Now, what's the next car? What's the next vehicle you think is
down
going to
that
be?
deep end
Bikes, cars,
from,
trucks?
overtaking lane. Big thank you to Dave and the crew. So I'm going to jump off for a bit because apparently, we know Mark wants to have a chat, but also apparently I've got some other duties I've got to do at the start line at some point in time. So, so I'm just going to go up and get my hair done.
You're going to go warm up and prepare.
But thank you. We will be welcoming Mark Allen to the microphone in about the next 10 seconds.
What up, Mark?
So be moving from the 4 wheels of modified into the 2 wheels and the ladies and gentlemen of the leathers of modified bike.
Ooh, modified bikes. Let's get it. Get them bikes going. Ooh, is it a Busa?
Couple of races that won't mind putting on a show with a bit of a skid. It'll be Ricky McDougall, currently number 3 qualifier, an 8:79 with a 5 as his best time so far.
Looks like one.
The Oz Wheels Suzuki down there in the speed flow lane. Mark Lucky Gordon in the rocket lane from Jacobs Well, the Lucky Moto Suzuki. A 9:49, currently number 10 qualifier
Suzuki.
in the rocket lane. He'll be on the right-hand side of the screen for those watching at home. Both in full stage. Tree will come down.
He jumped
Red light
it.
for Mark Gordon. A 2:41 light there for Ricky
Yeah.
McDougall.
Ooh.
So they'll
I
shift
think we're about to
those
get 200
gears
now.
through the quarter mile. Finish off an 8:89 with a 3 at 146 miles per hour. And Mark Gordon a 9:54 at 140. So both slower than their respective other qualifiers. Mark, how are you today, mate?
I'm good, mate. It's good to be up here on the microphone here. Day 2, the final day of the Pro Alcohol Nationals, final qualifying session here for all of our sportsman categories. And as I suspected, pretty much everyone's gone 400 or 500 slower than what they ran yesterday, but it is obviously a lot warmer than what it was yesterday here in Mod Bike on track. We've got Jason White.
Everybody's jumping.
Red light. Jimmy Stewart, that was clean green, 087. Stewart will cross the finish line first here. He went 9:05 yesterday, so you look at that, 9:24, 144 miles an hour, so he's a couple tenths slower. And Jason White actually improves. He runs his quickest pass of the weekend at 10:39 at 136 mile an hour. Interesting.
Sometimes it's better to forge your own path than the path already forged. But hey, the consistency across most of the brackets is that they're all going slower, but by about the same margin.
Yeah, pretty much. You can sort of see that average mean happening there between all the competitors, and you can see that trend forming at the moment.
Yeah,
as you see Mitch Blinko get out with a 117 reaction type. Todd Blinko was a little bit slower with a 275 on his Kawasaki for Two Beards Racing. Mitch Blinko, the quicker of the two, he goes 965 at 145 miles an hour. Well, he got to the finish line first, but Todd Blinko was actually a little bit quicker at 953, 148 mile an hour. Yeah, big field this weekend in modified bike.
I wonder if you could put an airbag.
So far, this is a critical qualifying session of all the
parachute.
qualifiers that we've had this weekend. This is the
On the
critical one,
bikes.
because you're going to use this pass to work out your dial in for round one of racing in an hour's time.
Yeah, Sean Ricketts over in the rocket lane, finished second in the championship last season.
Right side jumps.
The toughest bike riders here we have at Willowbank in the mod bike category.
Where's the right? Never the left side.
Champion, a 0:41 light, red for Sean Ricketts, and Ryan goes a 9.
Seen that side being jumped.
144 miles per hour, and for Sean a 9:59 at 140 miles per hour.
Next up, Phil White, this time on the Kawasaki, taking on Gregory Heredem. So Gregory also on a Kawasaki. Yeah, Heredem out there with a 167 light, 130 for Phil White. And across the finish line, we see 940, 143 miles an hour. Phil White goes 969, 149 miles an hour.
So Chris Shaver and Rebecca Marsden coming forward. It'll be Chris on the red, BMW for Pro Cycle Dyno, and Rebecca Marsden from Bouval. So currently number 12 and 13 qualifier respectively. There's about a tenth and a half between what they can run as far as ET is concerned. You see the different riding styles as well between Chris coming in, fairly casual on that bike, but Rebecca Marsden, all business, got the wide stance.
I think something's wrong on that side. I'm getting to the point, I think.
So cut to red light. 069 green there for Chris.
I think the sensor's broken or something.
That's your 997, so picks up a 10th and a half there, and actually goes ahead of Rebecca Marsden in qualifying. So they'll swap the 12th and 13th positions, and Rebecca goes to a 10.08.
Next up, Jeffrey Marshall and Dale Marshall. So Jeffrey's in the speed flow lane. That's to the left of screen.
W girlfriend.
He's currently qualified with an 8.77.
Wife, or
number 2
whatever she
qualifier.
is.
Dale Marshall in the right-hand lane. He's the number 1 qualifier. He's gone as quick
Bit
as an
chick.
8.73 so far.
Right.
Ooh, 003 red there for Dale Marshall. Clean green for Jeffrey Marshall, 0.58.
Can we get a Marshall on the track?
We see Dale Marshall go 8.82, 149 miles an hour. Jeffrey goes
We need
8.94, 150 mile an hour.
Calibrator.
So
You're required in the staging lane, Super Comp, and Supercharged Outlaws to the staging lanes, please.
Super
Super
class.
Comp and Supercharged Outlaws to the staging lanes.
Uh-oh. Super class is coming.
She is.
Yeah, we're going faster.
Outside, I tell you that. I went down there on the start line just before when Modified was on qualifying, and you know what? I'm happy to be up here today. I don't mind not being in the race car.
Yeah. So yesterday you were kind of feeling a little bit of FOMO. You were going, oh,
but today
I kind of wish I had entered and I was in the race suit. And today you're going, no. Decision justified.
Yeah, it's fine.
I noticed.
There
are actresses in certain countries.
Yeah, I got that sent through before about half.
That have like .com, .au, or .com, .uk, whatever.
Yeah, water grain drop. So if there's water in the air, you're not going to make.
You don't have to do nothing. In the United States and .com US.
Density altitude, so the air is very thin, so it's 3,500 feet. Yeah, not conditions to make horsepower, especially if you're a naturally aspirated vehicle without
the mountains in the back.
Charging or
the hills, whatever you want to call them.
Yes, it's a day that we're not going to see any records broken today. What I like about these sort of days is that it becomes a bit more of a challenge for crew chiefs and for drivers. The sportsman guys trying to work out what they're going to dial in at. It becomes a little bit more tricky with these conditions because obviously the track's not as forgiving. The cars are running a little bit slower.
Gangster.
So it really does cut out the guys that are really honed in on their racing program.
Would you say it advantages those that took advantage of the test session on Friday? Even though that was an evening session?
You know what? It might be sort of evening out a little bit. If you asked me that yesterday and Friday, I would have said definitely testing would have helped you.
Yep.
But because there's such a vast difference, pretty much this qualifying session, this is the absolute most critical portion of this entire weekend for you. The data you get from this pass will directly relate to what you dial in at later on here in the sportsman racing. The pro guys are actually, they've got it even harder because they didn't get a test lap today. They don't get a qualifier today. So the data they got yesterday, you can't use as much today because it is different to yesterday. I spoke to a few of the pro teams, so they're gonna pretty much they're all like thinking we're gonna have to take some power out of the cars and work our way, navigate the start line.
Well, it's interesting, isn't it? I mean, do you play it more conservative? But then again, championship points are on the line. You want to get that win at the end of the day. So how conservative do you go?
Well, in the meantime, we've got the national champion here for top sports in the final qualifying session. David Foster take on one of the the good races here at Willowbank Raceway, Matty Barron.
Who got the biggest air scoop?
Two guys you don't want to line up against in first round of racing, top sports, and right here on the start line. 004 red for Matty Barron, 051 clean green for David Foster. Foster went 744 yesterday. Oh, this time 763, so he's by 180 miles an hour.
Fancy.
And Matty Barron actually goes quicker, 833 at 164 miles an hour, so he's picked up a bunch.
And that's a lot quicker too. It's not like it's only slightly. That's over a tenth quicker.
That's a tune-up change right there. To pick up the ET that Matty Barron has picked up, that is definitely a change to the setup of the car. They've obviously done something here for Q4, and I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but they picked up a bunch. Next pairing here in front of us, Simon Isherwood to take on Brett Farger.
Yeah, so Brett currently has run the number 7 qualifying spot with the 799. He's also run an 802 and an 809, making the trip down from North Mackay. Simon Isherwood.
So Isherwood was pretty.
You know, he wanted to go bigger.
698,
yeah,
700.
100%.
So if you take what we've seen so far today, If you should
make
just
it bigger.
clean off the start line, you probably assume that he's going to run like a mid 7.0, like a 7.06 or a 7.07. So if you had to throw a dial in on right now, that's probably what you'd be looking at.
Oh my jeez. Like that big.
There you go, he goes a little bit good, 7.04, 195 miles an hour. And Brett goes through for an 8.08 at 168 mile an hour.
195. 195.
So next bank coming for well, Tony Wyatt.
You about to go into space?
In the Calibra.
195.
Guessing coming back with your door open like that is probably the best sort of form of air conditioning you're going to get in a race car today to try and keep it good. But no, that's of course
He's
trying to keep the burnout smoke out of the cabin.
That shit looks hot.
And see the crew there working through that process as well.
That's probably a good thing today if you have an open car.
It's fucked
Like,
because right now it's like
the
1 degree
it's just
outside,
the wind.
and over there is
wind
100
indicates.
degrees. Our planet's crazy.
Maxwell there, he's running a best of a 7.35.
Crazy planet we
this
live on.
weekend, but he struggled in the heat of the day yesterday. So this is a pass where to give the team a bit of confidence going in round one, you want to get it clean off the start line. White was consistent, 796, 801, 803.
Nice.
Neither seem to have issues getting off the start line. 0.29 light for Tony, a 0.61 for Neil. Maxwell goes to a 7.48 at 186 miles per hour, 8.07 at 169 there for Tony.
Yeah, I recommend softening Maxwell's right up because that was a very slow 60 foot for that sort of car, 114. Yeah, 7.48, so he was a 10th and a half slower than what he ran yesterday. Yeah, White 8.07, as you just said, 169 mile an hour, so he was down as well. It's going to be interesting that first round of racing just to see the dial-ins.
What do you think the next class is going to be?
Because when we look at the first round of the sportsman racing, so that starts at just before 3 o'clock. We get the first lot of our racing here, action, where the pressure mounts on the teams.
So, Mark, usually, working on your experiences as a modified racer.
Superbike?
Yep.
Oh, a scooter?
A day like today, I mean, usually from a dial-in perspective, you have those qualifying sessions, you'd be feeling pretty confident in what you're dialing in. I mean, obviously, whatever you put on the car, you're going to be confident that that's going to give you the best opportunity at putting on a win light.
Yes, and then that's why I was just talking about
super bikes.
Yeah, however, would there still sort of be a little bit of uncertainty?
Be like Kawasaki K2,
with the fourth qualifying session that you get today,
whatever.
I'd be feeling extreme. Just
Suzuki,
myself, the program
Suzuki,
I feel very confident with dialing going to round one. If we didn't have that fourth qualifier today and I had to base my dialing on what I ran yesterday, definitely there'd be a little bit of uncertainty.
Bit of head scratching.
I'd be watching the other brackets before mine. Yep. That'd be a guarantee just to see how the track was, how they're going compared to what they ran yesterday. So that's a good thing. If you're not the first bracket out for racing, you can sit back and have a look to see if you can spot some sort of trend happening and forming. So obviously the biggest variable you can't control as a racer is the weather and the track.
Yeah.
And we're about to see
It does
someone
look crazy,
with a bit of power here in performance bike, final qualifying session, Pete Farnell. So he's one of those guys that's really, really on the edge. You're talking a bike with a lot of power on a radial tyre
This
as well.
guy, he's ready for WWE.
On his Hayabusa for full-bore motorcycles. Currently the number 6 qualifiers run a best of a 914. I don't think anyone performs.
He's focused. He's focused.
Improve on what they
This
ran.
guy over here.
I think it'd be about finding a setup that they can get down the track.
Yeah. Well,
especially for the likes of Pete Parnell.
Yeah, that's all they need to do. Is if they go from A to B, then they've given themselves that opportunity heading through to the next round. Yeah,
so these guys, it's all about performance for these guys. There's not a die-your-own bracket like we've been talking about previously. So these guys, it's about getting to the finish line as quick as possible. So they really got Pete's bike off the start line there, 132 to the 60 foot. He goes 738, 165 miles an hour. So he was off a bit early across the finish line. Clarkin goes 909, 157. So Clarkin does improve. He picks up another, 500s on his yesterday's ET. So they found something on that A Street bike. That's pretty cool. So Clarkin, he stays in the number 6 spot, but he did improve. Farnell will stay in the number 2 spot. Next up, it's our number 1 qualifier, Arvin Otor on the BMW, taking on Brett Copping, the number 3 qualifier. Both of these bikes will be street bikes. National record of 9.14 seconds for their class. Arvine was well under it yesterday, under that national record with an 8.86 to get the #1 spot. Copping was actually under it too. He went 9.04 seconds yesterday in qualifying. He was 900ths under the national record. And Arvine, he goes 8.89 here, 160 miles an hour, well under the record. Brett Copping goes 9.17,
smaller billboard in the back.
miles an hour, so just above there on that pass.
The drivers can see what their score is
at the moment, respectively. Yeah, the final bike qualifying here in the Rocket Lane, it will be Chris Collins.
That tail looks like
Rascal Race Engines.
The movie
Number
Alien.
5 qualifier has run a best of a 7.86.
The alien head.
A 10th over the national record of 7.77 seconds for the A-Comp bike.
Yeah.
So you can see him just tiptoeing this bike into stage. He's got the head tucked under the visor. Front screen there. Out he goes. 1:37 reaction time for Chris Collin. He goes 7.95, 165 miles an hour.
165, that's it. The
It's a
limited.
little bit over that national record. He will stay number 5 in qualifying for performance bike, and that brings it
Nobody
close
can
next
pass
time. And he will be round runner
165.
racing for those guys as
Now, what's the
well.
next class? Come on, bring out the airplanes.
So we'll move on from the performance bracket of 2 wheels and into
Who's ready for the
4
airplane class?
with Super Comp. So looking at the tail of the tape so far in qualifying. #1 qualifier, Steve Sloan, who is just over 3/10 of a second under the national record in the Gemini, an 8.71 with a 2. Drives leader #2 qualifier with an 8.35.
Dragster?
#3 Pete Pisolides, a 6.32 is just under a 10th under the national record.
Yeah, I just got a message from Steve Sloan, our #1 qualifier here in Super Comp. They're not going to run Q4. They're just
Super
like, you know
Comp.
what, we're not going to approve on that. It's a little bit too hot for us. If someone can go around us, good on them. They've done well and they deserve it. At the moment, with an odd field, he would get the solo pass in round 1 as well. So
Interesting then.
yeah, so
Interesting.
if someone does go around him. But it takes something special for that to happen in these conditions. It's not impossible, though. It is drag racing.
Yeah, that's it. Well, they're running on a national record, I suppose, as opposed to a dial-in.
Yeah. Homeboy just pulled him himself.
So up first.
That one looks crazy, the body.
We're going to have an A-car field, sorry, because we've got an altered here that didn't qualify yesterday because they were racing
It's a crazy
in
looking
another
body.
state. Drove up here overnight from Sydney. And that would be Luke Hartledge in the altered. How is that for commitment? He's from Victoria. Raced in Sydney yesterday. Now he's here at Willowbank Raceway today, running for the national championship here at Super Comp, taking on Warren Allen in the drag cell. Warren Allen's currently the #4 qualifier, went 100th under the national record for Bree drag cell automatic here yesterday. So Hartledge will give us 8 in the field. He's running in C altered automatic. National record of 7.76 seconds.
Yeah, Warren Allen's had a lot of success here over the last 12 months as well. The last 2 national rounds we've had here has got the W, finished second in the championship.
So Luke Hartledge, his one and only shot on the track here at Willowbank Raceway this weekend. Where can he slot himself into the field here? Warren Allen's already in the field, #4 spot. 008 right for Luke Hartledge, 155 for Warren Allen. And across the finish line, Allen goes 7.23 at 185 miles an hour. Luke Hartledge goes 7.90 seconds at 166 miles an hour. That will put him into the field.
185.
He will be in at #6, so he's a 10th and a half over the national record at 7.90. It looked like an out the back door pass as well for him. Okay, so we now have an 8-car field here in Super Comp. Rob Maddox in the Commodore to take on this Cavalier of Jai Schluter. So he's the #2 qualifier. For him to overtake Steve Sloan in that #1 spot, he needs to improve by 59 thousandths of a second. So you might as well say 600ths. So he needs to run an 829 with a, just an 829 with a 0, we'll say, to make it even for us.
As
Honey,
you said,
I need to
Mark,
buy a
pretty,
car.
it's tough conditions to improve on that time already run, but
oh, there we go.
never
There's
say
some
never.
carbon right there.
Rob Maddox, he went 9:44 in qualifying, 400ths over the EMSA record.
Got a big motor and a
Just
junkyard.
9.40 seconds. Speed record of 145 miles an hour. So I can't remember what the speed was that Maddox did.
It was like a Mercedes, but I think it's a Ford.
This is probably close to the speed record. So Josh Schluter, 8:29. He needs to run to get that #1 spot here in Supercomp qualifying. Maddox, to get into the top half of the field, he needs to improve by 600ths as well. So you need to run a 9:38 if he wants to get into the top half of the field here in Supercomp qualifying.
Bing, 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 bing. Oh my jeez.
Issue for Rob Maddox there on the start line. So he will not improve. It looks like Josh Schluter has backed off as well, so no other driver will improve in this session here of Supercomp. Schluter rolls through for a 10:29, 86 miles an hour. I wonder if that was a planned shut-off for Schluter. And just get some data from the start line, and Maddox rolls through for a 16:43 at 63 miles an hour.
Yeah, it didn't visually look like there was anything wrong with Jai's launch or the first part of the pass.
And I think maybe they're the only cars that might be taking advantage of this session at Supercomp. Of the 8 cars, so we've seen 4 of them, and it looks like, yeah, we've been switched over now to Supercharged Outlaws, the next bracket on our sheet here for Sunday racing here at the Pro Alcohol Nationals.
All right, you know
so
what?
a quick recap of Supercharged Outlaws qualifying so far. Peter Lay is our #1 qualifier with a 6:58. Peter Wheeler, #2 in.
Any games right now? Any good games? Any good deals on the games? $12 for Redemption 2. I might get that. I get it, guys. Do like can't play when my computer comes, which is I don't even know. Next week, week after that, I don't even know at this point. We do like a marathon. I heard it's a really good story, so I might buy it when it's on sale. $12.90. Cyberpunk is on sale again. They have to do a marathon for that one too. Wonder if there's any streamers out there that like play the game straight without stopping. Alright, not stop well. You need some sleep eventually, but like 24-hour marathon or whatever, how long it takes to finish the game. There's people like that. Man, where's my music at? You know what? We're about to play some poker a little bit. Anything else good before we leave? Red Dead cost more. Is Red Dead better? Helldivers 2. I was gonna do something, I forget. We have bets. Do we have bets? It's still in progress. What is this? Tomorrow. Tomorrow 3. All right. You stream it? There you go. Oh, we got a free bet? Let's use it. What's going on right now? Am I about to fight? I put money in Patty though. We got that. No UFC on 31st, damn. I don't know any of these guys. So right now, into Miami. It's a kid in Miami. Boston don't play tomorrow? Fine, I'll pick Nuggets. Yeah. Might. Hold on. Go away. Yeah. Don't tell nobody. Okay. It's okay. Shit. It's okay. You tell nobody. No one said nothing. Oh shit. That's not what I wanted. Change this. Shit, fuck that. I ain't about that. Change this guy. Ah, it's a Jack Doherty sucker. Oh, in his mouth. Got Jack Doherty on his mouth, on his lips. There we go. Get him. All right, let's get it. No. Look it. Missed it by a second. This time. Let's go fast. Ugh. Gonna go fast. Fast. Hopefully. Yeah, let's go. Let's go. Oh, that's nice. There you go. Check it. You don't want to scare the guys, you know. Start 300. Gotta learn the room. We're learning the room right now. No, hold on. Don't scare the room. They thought I had that in the bag. I had that in the bag. Okay, it cost me anyway for checking. Ain't nobody had good cars. I called money. Oh my god. These are like little bugs. Damn bugs. Yeah, actually. 2, 3, 4. Damn. Damn. I had 2 pairs. See if that actually does anything though. Nope. One of a kind is crazy. Whose birthday is it? Look at that table. I need to do this before. All right. Okay, okay. Okay, okay. Okay, okay. I'll take it, I'll take it. Let me back up. Damn. Damn. Yeah, see, this proves you lose money in casino. I mean, the slots. Oh well, this doesn't prove it. Back up 6. Okay, you know what? I guess we'll hold on until we go back down to 500. Or we just do it to the slot. It's a cool looking one. Oh, everybody likes the fruit. Let's do the fruit one. Damn, the first one sucks. I'm gonna do it. Something wrong? Okay, you know what? Let's just. I don't know. Let's do the cat one. How about that one? Cat in the hit. What's going on with these? Am I supposed to stop it? I don't get it. It's a good one. Hey, you ever see one? You know what? You at? Fuck. Okay. Is the auto spin not working? I don't like this one though. This is probably a good one because it's cold out. Cold outside. You know what? Let's do it. Alright. Hopefully by the time I come back, I gotta be right back for a second. By the time I come back, I ain't broke. Oh, $500,000 less. Goodness, I can't find a good one. Okay, you know what? You know what, guys? Wrap up the night with some blackjack. Alright, I'll be right back. You can watch these guys play. Listen to music.
There's no need to reason. I always thought that I was mine. Someone like you never
Break outside. Holy shit. Woo. People in here already? Whatever. Let's get it. $25 stack. Deal. Okay, you know what? Be like this. Be like that, buddy. Big spender. Let's see. Deal. Come on, don't be slow. We hitting. We hitting. We didn't get a chance. This is that kind of table? Oh, he said that? Oh, I'm leaving. That's one. Oh, let's go. Come on. Yeah, why everybody get lucky, not me? That's bullshit. Yo, stand, buddy. Oh. I would have lost anyway, so it doesn't matter. I would have lost anyway, no matter what. Hit. Hit. Let's stand. No, I don't know why. I'm not gonna stand. Oh, I lost anyway. That would have been my 6 right there. But my 6 if I hit it anyway. Damn, looking so good tonight. Just crazy. Hit. Stand. It's with these dealers tonight. Cheating dealers. A lot of money right here. Stand. Well, that was fun. See if there's anything in here that is worth. Maybe we can get a scratch ticket for free. I lost my jam. Bye-bye. Ooh. Get it. Oh my God. That's so good. We got more. Really? We lied. Oh my God. Why you lie? Why you lie? Ooh. Get it. Get it. Get it. What? Hey. What? Nah. Here we go. What? What? Bop, bop. Oh, last spin right here. There, 18,000. Got 73 out of 50. Okay, get the fuck out of here. You want to get that? I think that's it. That's it. All right, y'all. I think that's it for me for tonight. I fucked up. Feels like I got punched. Fuck. Got punched while I was sleeping. But anyway, I'm out of here. Hope you had a good night, y'all. Good Saturday night. Stay warm. Button up in bed. Get a hot chocolate. Whatever you guys drink on a hot day. A cold day, whatever. The snow tomorrow. Get ready for that shit. Maybe I'll show you the snow when it snows tomorrow. Do like a little IRL outside or something. I don't know. No shits and giggles. Oh yeah, we out of here. Love y'all. If you like the thing, follow up, subscribe, do all the good stuff out there. Keep following the stream. We'll be back tomorrow. Consistent every day. Never stop. Never stop. Yeah. We out of here. Love y'all. Peace.